Hello. So I'm sitting here. I picked these tart cherries from the tree in the backyard of our new house. And yeah, I don't have like always a ton of time to just be sitting without children. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll record a little video, make some content. I've just been thinking a lot lately about my practice, the evolution of my practice and my offerings. And it's really been shifting a lot in the past like 2 years. It's been like a slow build for clarity, kind of. And while it doesn't necessarily need to change that much on the surface, who I'm wanting to work with and what I'm wanting to, do, what my goals are with clients has shifted. When you learn from a teacher, there's this like beautiful programming that happens. And for me, hold on 1 second. Okay. And for me, that's been beautiful. I am genuinely like similar in style and whatnot to my teacher that I learned like earth-centered and Maya healing from. And so there is like a reason why things are, similar in our offerings and in our work. But things are changing, and in the past like 2 years, there's been this slow kind of like unlearning that has been in my field to like unlearn, rethink what is authentic to me versus what was just learned and kind of programmed and taken on from my teacher. And it's a beautiful thing that this happens if you have a good teacher like I was blessed to. But yeah, so like what I've been realizing is I do believe in the power of like one single shamanic healing session, like whether it's hands-on or the remote work that I do. But that's not like the focus of what I want to offer. Like what I really enjoy is helping people change their lives, like straight up. I don't, the thing is doing a single sessions are so powerful that it can give you almost like the illusion that things are better. And yes, they do help. Like one session helps tremendously. And if you're not super on top of your shit and like constantly checking yourself and doing your work independently, like one session can be great. And again, like I said, like very potent, very powerful, and to like actually get truly life-changing results, going more in depth is like where the magic's at. Like, yeah. And so I'm kind of like just processing this. I mean, I've known that to be true of myself and my work for a while, that like I prefer going deep. I'm a Scorpio. The depth is like where I live. I actually have trouble socially because I don't like the bullshit. I don't like the small talk. I mean, I can do small talk, not like that awkward most of the time, but I meet someone and I'm immediately like, okay, what do you want out of life? Like, I don't always do that, but inside that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, are you happy in your marriage? So yeah, I've been sitting with like, I feel really clear. So where I'm at with this, I realized the other day talking with my friend, what I realize is where I'm at, I feel super clear in like my heart and in my soul about like who I want to work with. Less of like who, like, oh, mid-age, blah, 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 like that type of thing, but more so like what they want. I feel really clear in like my heart and soul about like what I want to do, who I want to call in, blah, blah, blah. But as I'm like talking to people is where it gets like muddied up still from the old programming. Like I was talking with someone who's like at this huge, beautiful transition point, this threshold in life, career change, blah, blah, blah. And really, when people come to me for that, like if they're a good match, obviously, the way I want to work with them is like in a 3-month deep dive container where we have 12 sessions and we work every week together and really like get into shit. Because through commitment to the work, to having mentorship, to having guidance, like that's how you're actually going to have lasting transformational change. Like there can be big and impactful, profound change from one session, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, go deep with me. And when I was talking to this person on the phone, I was like watching myself like almost, I want to say like talk ourselves out of like the deep dive container option. I was like, yeah, I think just like not standing in my power of like what those can hold, although I know it to be true, because on the one hand, I do want me, my work, my support to be accessible to people, which sometimes is like one session, like financially. Sometimes people can't spend $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 to work with me in a container, although if they were really wanting the change, they would figure it out. Like you can put it on a credit card, you know, and pay that off if you actually really want the change. So, but it was interesting because I was like, yeah, I don't, you know, if you blah, 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 like the containers are really where it's at and I want it to be accessible and blah, 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 blah. And like, I don't know, it was interesting to watch myself like reverse back because yeah, I want it to be accessible. I'm kind of rambling here, I'm aware. And I don't know. I think I was just coming on here to talk so that I could come back into clarity, but it's interesting to watch and it's interesting, just got myself in the face, to watch the process of my evolution in this work where it is really traditionally done as like independent sessions. But I want to like put this out to the universe that like I will, for now, continue to offer like one-off sessions, and I'm also calling in people that want to go deep, people that want to commit to 3 months of work with me, where we meet every week and we look at every aspect of your life and how that is a reflection of where you're at and your past and what you're putting out into the universe and how we can work those things and change them to actually have you make huge monumental shifts and leaps in your life that will manifest in you having the life that you want, like quite literally. So I guess if any of you want support to change your life and are feeling motivated and are feeling ready to look at literally all of the things, reach out to me because I'm ready. I'm ready to support you. I'm ready to reflect the things that you might not even think are having an impact in your life. I'm like, let's make some shit happen here, you know? Like, I don't really believe we only live once, but in this body, we do. And so why are we going to do anything other than live our dreams? Like, I just fully believe that the only limitation we have is ourselves. Our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions are what limits us. But if you actually want something, if you actually want to find your soulmate and that keeps not happening, if you actually want to be happy in your job, if you want to move, if you want more from life, and you just feel like you're hitting the same roadblocks, or you feel like, you know, there are blind spots. We all have blind spots. That's why I get support from other healers and coaches and, you know, therapy and stuff like that. But I love doing that for people, and I'm fiercely passionate about people not being held back by limiting beliefs, whether in partnership, whether with work, whether with finances, whether with getting pregnant, right? So I wasn't really intending to be like putting the call out for clients necessarily in this way, but if any of what I'm saying resonates for you, reach out to me. I have my email and contact info and website below. I know you guys usually just see my hands-on in-person work because that's like fun to watch and fun to receive. But my remote work's fucking badass too. And just being in community with me and working with me is pretty fun. I will fiercely advocate for your highest self, for your best life that you dream of. I will honor you, but I will hold you to that standard of like, that's a limiting belief. Are we going to continue walking forward with that? Or do you want to shed it? And I will help you to shed it. I will help you to heal where these things came from and step into a way more powerful version of yourself. Doesn't matter where you're at in the healing journey. If you're just starting, if you're like, I don't know if I'm spiritual, whatever, doesn't matter. Or if you've been on your path for years, we all have blind spots. We all need support. And I want to do that. And if you prefer working with a man, or if you need that beautiful masculine support, my husband's badass with his coaching and healing practice. And he has his very own skills, and you know, the things that I do and the way that I work is very much like woven into our family's life. But he's fucking badass too. His name's Christian Haval. You've seen him in some of my videos, I'm sure. So yeah, thanks for listening to me rant and process. If you have any questions, reach out, comment below, send me an email. Much love, y'all. Cherry blessings.